Okay, here's our 5.17 intro to sequences, and these are a summary of the notes that you should put into your INB. I was thinking on page 110. So we'll start with some vocabulary. Vocab for this would be just the idea that sequence is an ordered list of terms or elements. And when they talk about terms or an element in this concept, we're talking about an item in a list. So the list is referring to the sequence. Things to remember, and there's 5 stars here, and we should be writing all of this down so you can pause the video whenever you need to. The first star is each term in a sequence is identified by its location in the sequence. For example, in the sequence of even numbers, and this is a finite example because it does not have an ellipsis at the end, meaning ... So this is just a finite example. Okay? Finite sequence. Maybe we should write that instead. Finite sequence example. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And what I was hoping we could write is that A sub 1 refers to the first term in the sequence. And, for example, A sub 6 refers to the 6th term in the sequence. Okay? So down below, I just have a few more things to remember. This second star says A sub 1 is read as A sub 1. Okay? The third star, we might also see function notation like A parenthesis 1 close parenthesis, and we read that as A of 1, just like we would read any other function notation. The fourth star says that A sub 1 or A of 1 are both 2 different ways to refer to the first term in the sequence. And this fifth star says, in the sequence above, A sub 1 is equal to 2. Okay? That's because 2 is the first term in the sequence. Oh boy, that was a bad circle. A sub 1 is 2 because it's the first term in the sequence. Okay, I'm going to switch screens. I'm going to have to erase, so pause the video if you need to. Okay. Below those stars, we have a few practice problems, and these are different, similar but different to the ones you saw in Kirk's video. So, practice number 1. Consider the sequence 4, 8, 16, 32, 64. Again, this is a finite example of a sequence because it ends. Letter A says find A of 1. So again, we're looking for the first term in the sequence. So A of 1 in letter A is equal to 4. Question or practice question 1B. Find A sub 4 plus A sub 2. So now we look for A sub 4. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be 32. So A sub 4 is 32 plus, and then it says A sub 2. So 1, 2, the second term in the sequence, second element, whatever you want to refer to it as, is 8. And so A sub 4 plus A sub 2 is equal to 40. Okay, practice question number 2. With this problem, it says find the first 3 terms. Okay, the first 3 terms means a sub 1, a sub 2, and a sub 3. And substitution is your friend here. It's going to help a lot. All right. So we use this rule, 3n plus 4, and we just substitute what n is. So if a sub 1 is what we're finding, and notice how n has been replaced with 1 now. That means wherever we see an n, we replace it with 1. And now we know that a sub 1 is equal to 3 times 1 plus 4. So that would be 7. Then we move on to the second term in the sequence. So a sub 2 means to substitute 2 in for letter n, the letter n. And now we get 10 for the second term in the sequence. So you might want to think about this like, here's my sequence, and I'm trying to fill in the blanks. The first one is 7. The second one is 10. Let's see what the third one is. So we do 3 times 3, close parenthesis, plus 4. And we get 9 plus 4. So that's 13. So our third term in the sequence is 13, according to this rule. All right, one more practice problem. It says find the next 3 terms. Okay. Well, this one seems a little more challenging. You just have to take it one step at a time. First of all, it says that a sub n is equal to this rule. Okay, 4 times a sub n minus 1 minus 3. And then they tell us one more piece of information, which is that a sub 1 is equal to 3. So that's our first term. They want to know what the next 3 terms are. Okay? All right. I'm going to erase some of this stuff. So I'm going to start out, and I'm going to say that a sub 1 is 3. So I'm just going to write that off to the side. A sub 1 is 3. Okay? My job is to find the next 3 terms. So that means I need to find a sub 2. Oops. A sub 2. A sub 3. And a sub 4. Okay? All right. So, a sub 2. A sub 2 means find 4 times a sub 2 minus 1 minus 3. Notice how the subscript and the regular numbers need to look different. Even mine is, of course, messy, but... So what does this mean? All right, so I'm going to erase these next terms because I'm going to run out of room. So a sub 2 equals 4 times whatever a sub 2 minus 1 is equal to. So I'm going to work it out. What does this look like? Well, a sub 2 is equal to 4 times a sub 1 minus 3. Okay, then it says a sub 2 is equal to 4 times whatever a sub 1 is. Well, remember, a sub 1 was 3. So I substitute 3 into the spot that says a sub 1. I have to keep going with the rest of my rule, and that's minus 3. And what do I get? I get 4 times 3 is 12, minus 3 is 9. So that means a sub 2 equals 9. Okay? Pause the video. I need to erase this so I have room for a sub 3. All right. A sub 3. A sub 3 is equal to 4 times a sub 3 minus 1 minus 3. Keep working it out. A sub 3 is equal to 4 times a sub 3 minus 1, but what's 3 minus 1? It's 2, minus 3. Well, now I know what a sub 2 is because I have it way over here. A sub 2 is going to get substituted now. I'm going to keep working. A sub 3 is equal to 4 times a sub 2 minus 3. So look back. What's a sub 2 equal to? It's equal to 9. So I substitute 9 where I see a sub 2. And then I work it out. I'm going to work to the right. So 4 times 9 is 36, minus 3 is 33. That means a sub 3 is equal to 33. Now, I need one more. So pause the video, write this down. I need to erase. Okay. A sub 4 is my final term that I'm asked to find. 4 times a sub 4 minus 1 minus 3. Keep working. A sub 4 is equal to 4 times a sub 3 minus 3. A sub 4 is equal to 4 times a sub 3. So now we don't want a sub 2, so I'm going to get rid of that arrow. We want a sub 3. We need to substitute a sub 3 where we see a sub 3. So a sub 3 is 33. Don't forget about the rest of your formula. Minus 3. And then work it out. So 4, ooh, scared me. 4 times 33 is, I think it's 132. Of course, I don't have a calculator near me. $132, and 132 minus 3 is 129. Okay, so I ran out of room over here, so I'm just going to move over to the left a little farther. A sub 4 is equal to 129. Okay, that's it. Pause the video, write it down. Talk to you later.